and thank you for joining the video. My name is Harry Tolson, and today I'm going to show you how I took an e-commerce clothing brand from $14,000 a month to $90,000 a month using Facebook advertising. This was a very short period of time. It was around 9 months. As you can see, back in January 2019 this year, they did 14,000, and in the last 30 days, they did 91,000. This PowerPoint is going to show you the steps I took with Facebook advertising and the strategies that I used to get to 90,000 a month. So without further ado, let's jump into my laptop and I'll show you the breakdown. So yeah, here are the screenshots taken from the Shopify dashboard. As you can see, in January, they did 14,000, and in the last 30 days, they've done 91,000. And as you can see down there, from the 14th of October to the 12th of November. So very recently, and we're still scaling as of now. We're going to hit 100,000 mark this month, and yeah, hopefully carry on scaling through Q4. It's been really good so far, and they're really enjoying the progress. So yeah, let me hop into the next slide. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I built, managed, and scaled a campaign of this magnitude. So step number 1, we're going to find the 5x return on ad spend creative. Step number 2, creating new audiences for the ad creative. Step number 3, deciding when to kill or scale your ad sets. Step number 4, duplicating your winning ad sets and increasing the budgets. And step number 5, retargeting. So yeah, as you can see below, 52,000 spent. Average return on ad spend is 5.05, meaning 266,000 back. So 52,000 times 5.05 is 266,000. Let's hop into step number 1. So step number 1, finding the 5x return on ad spend ad creative. Firstly, all 5x means put in a £1 or a dollar, 5 comes out. And ROAS means return on ad spend. First step to creating a booming Facebook ad campaign is finding the best advert to scale. So firstly, you need an advert that works. You need a product that works. In this case study, the business that we were scaling, the product was already selling pretty well. As you can see, they're already doing 14,000 a month organically. So this meant all we needed from them was just like the caption, the ad account, the pictures, and yeah, the link to the page that they wanted. The ad creative, the reason why the ad creative worked so well was because it really did stop people in the newsfeed. It was very colourful. I see a lot of brands nowadays, because Facebook is getting so oversaturated with kind of just people using the Facebook advertising. You've got to stand out. So I see a lot of like companies like Boohoo Man, Manu Devore, that kind of thing. They put like white outlining on their posts, so it really like stands out in the newsfeed, so people just don't scroll past it. It's called like ad blindness. Like people are just used to it now. They see so many ads. Also, people have really short attention spans, so it just needs to be short and snappy. Can't have long captions, just short and snappy, and just get people to click through to your website. In this case study, they had a following on Instagram and Facebook. I think they had about 40,000 Instagram followers. So what we did is we'd test ad creatives on those followers. It was pretty unscalable because obviously there's only 40,000 people in that audience. But yeah, it managed to work because you could just test at £5 a day and see if the ad creative would work. And as you can see, a return on ad spend of 9. So to me, I'm just like, okay, this ad's working. Let's scale it up. That's all it is to it. And I'll explain how we scaled it up. And if you don't have an Instagram following, that's fine. What you do is just use cold interest, which will be explained later. Step number 2, creating new audiences for the ad creative. There are 2 types of audiences. There's warm traffic and there's cold traffic. Warm traffic is people that know your brand. So people that have been to your website, added to cart, initiate checked out, purchase. So the Facebook pixel picks up on everybody that does that. And you can use that and retarget them, which will be the last slide where I'll teach you how to retarget. Cold traffic is people that don't know your brand. And if this is the case, we just use interest targeting by Facebook. So basically, Facebook puts a pool of people who like certain things. So for example, if someone's interested in streetwear, Facebook will pull them in a group. And as you can see here, in interest, it would be called streetwear, or they're interested in shopping and fashion. Or if what I normally use on clothing brands is like actual other brands, so like Gucci, like stuff like that, ASOS, kind of that. So, and I narrowed down by engaged shoppers because that means Facebook will find people who have recently purchased. You don't just want window shoppers. So that's the first type of cold traffic, and the second type of cold traffic is lookalike audiences. And all this is basically people that look like people that have been to your website. So people who have purchased, Facebook creates an audience based on, it's super powerful, like it's insane. So Facebook creates an audience based on people that have purchased before or for your website. So yeah, we mainly use these to scale. And yeah, they normally work super well. Apart from warm traffic, lookalikes have the highest return on ad spend. So that's step number 2. Step number 3, deciding when to kill or scale your ad sets. So when we are testing different audiences, they all perform differently. We always pick the one that have 4 to 5x return on ad spend. And return on ad spend is the main metric we look at, because what's the point of looking at anything else? All we want to see is return on ad spend. We want to see 1,000 going in and 5,000 coming out. We want to see 100 going in and 500 coming out. So we want to see. If they are unperforming, we quickly kill them. Otherwise, if you're letting unperforming ad sets carry on, it will just burn through money. So we don't want to do that. And in the next slide, you can see that we are using purchase lookalikes. Because this company had previous data, they were doing 14,000 a month. They had the Facebook pixel installed. So what we can do is just launch straight into lookalikes, which is quicker to scale. But we did use interest targeting as well. And you'll see on the next slide, I'll give you a breakdown of it. So at the top, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. That is lookalike audiences. So 1% is the closest match to people that have purchased, 2%, a bit further away, 3%, so on. It goes all the way up to 10%. So Facebook has a scale of percentages of how closely matched they look to people that have purchased off your website. As you can see, they work very well. 218 spent, 1,500 made. The reason why it's so low in revenue is because this is the testing phase. I only test them at £5 a day. It's a good sign if it's getting a return on ad spend of 7. And at the bottom, this is interest targeting, as you can see. So you've got brands like Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, Tommy Hilfiger, and that spent £64 and made 821 back, which is insane. Good return on ad spend. I was like, right, we've got the ad creative, now we've got the audiences. What we do now is we scale. So we have something that's working, all you've got to do is put more budget into it. So what you do to scale is duplicate your winning ad sets and increase the budget. So once we have found the winning ad sets, it was time to just go freaking ham. We take the best 5 ad sets that have worked and we duplicate them into a new tool that Facebook have rolled out called Campaign Budget Optimization, which really allows you to scale because you can put lots of budget into it and not run through the audience, because you can have bigger audiences as you want. And as you can see, that worked very well. And as you can see, 1,000 spent, 12,000 made back. And what we do is we keep on rinse and repeating that until we get to the certain amount of revenue that you want. If the CBO doesn't work, what we do is just duplicate the ad sets individually. So I'd take something like that and just duplicate it to a higher budget. So basically, the more budget you put into something, the more reach you get, meaning the more purchases you get. Just Facebook's a bidding platform. That's not always the case. Yeah, you just have to find the audiences that will scale. Step number 5, retargeting. Once the traffic starts flowing in, you will have a lot of people that have fired the pixel. So basically, the people that have come to your website, that have viewed content, that added to cart, that initiate checks out, Facebook tracks all of that. And this is called warm traffic. Warm traffic is usually where most of the profit is made, but there's a catch to it. You can't scale it so much as cold traffic because there's only a certain amount of people in the audience of like people that have come to your website and added to cart. And it's normally not a huge amount of people unless you scale to a massive amount. But as you can see, 5,000 spent, 41,000 made back on this retargeting campaign, which is very good. And yeah, we're still scaling this now. So yeah, throughout Black Friday, we'll be using all of this and retargeting everybody with Black Friday ad creatives. And that will give us a huge return on ad spend. Thank you guys for watching this video all the way through. I hope you got some sort of value out of it. If you would like to book a free 30-minute strategy call with me, I can go through how I can implement these kind of strategies to your businesses and how you can scale your businesses totally free of charge. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later.